How to use chopsticks. Eating with chopsticks can be difficult, especially for someone who hasn't learned to use them from a young age. Today we are at Rolls and Bowls, one of Gainesville's best places to eat sushi, with Nyimchi Van and Linda Nguyen, fellow students who have been using the chopsticks their entire life, for expert advice on using chopsticks. Although chopstick etiquette differs in different parts of Asia, these are some of the basic rules. You will need chopsticks and patience. Step 1. Holding the chopsticks. The important thing with chopsticks is to find a method that allows you to eat comfortably and easily. Traditionally, chopsticks are always held in the right hand, but this is not set in stone. If you're using wooden chopsticks, start by rubbing them together to rub off any loose splinters. But if you're eating in someone's house, never let them see you do this, because it is considered rude. In your right or left hand, place the thick end of one of the chopsticks on the webbing between your thumb and forefinger so that about an inch of it sticks out beyond your hand, and rest the other end on your ring finger. Keep your fingers loosely curled. Grip this bottom chopstick with the bottom of your thumb so that it is immobilized and sits firmly on your ring finger. Then, taking hold of the second chopstick between the tip of your thumb and index finger, practice a pinching movement of the chopstick by moving the top chopstick down towards the bottom. When first learning to use chopsticks, it may be easier to hold them towards the front, the narrow end, but as you become more experienced, you should hold them closer to the back at the broad ends. Also, as you become more experienced, you will be able to pick the chopsticks up and get them into position with one movement of your hand. If you picked up your chopsticks and the ends are uneven, you can tap them on the table to get them even. Step 2. Handling food. If you're dishing food from a shared serving plate into your own bowl, either use a pair of serving chopsticks or the wider end of your own chopsticks. Never take food with the narrow end, which have been in your mouth. Asian food, whether it's meat or vegetables, is usually served in strips or cubes. Each piece can simply be picked up with the tip of the chopstick and eaten whole. Asian rice is prepared so that it is sticky and can be easily picked up in clumps. It is not considered rude to slurp noodles into your mouth. At the end of the meal, or any time you need to lay your chopsticks down, lay them with the narrow end on a chopstick stand. If you don't have a stand, lay them against the edge of your bowl. Step 3. Etiquette. There are a number of ways of using chopsticks that are considered bad table manners in Asian dining. Etiquette requires that you use chopsticks to neither chop nor to stick. For that, use knives and forks. For instance, never stab food with the point of the chopstick. Chopsticks are designed for pinching, not stabbing. When dishing up from a shared serving bowl, it's considered rude to dig around for the choicest pieces, so always take the food nearest to you. It is also seen as an insult to your host if you do not finish all of the food that you are given. If you're struggling to pick up the last pieces of rice in your bowl with your chopsticks, you can lift the bowl to your mouth and shovel the rice in with your chopsticks. It's considered polite to eat every last grain of rice. Never stick your chopsticks upright in a bowl of food. This mimics a Chinese funeral ritual, so it is seen as a symbol of death. Enjoy!